Nee,
Enjoy
wo
yourself.
konnte ich das nochmal erwerben? Ich weiß nicht mehr.
The Regana was on a mission of mercy to deliver medical supplies.
Welcome to Galvin, the Sentinel Systems premier
Leute.
financial institute.
Achso, ja. Wurde zu Mika. In Euphorica. Wieso bin ich jetzt eigentlich schon so müde?
Those chimeras really
Here for a
pack a
drink?
punch.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price. Because when you work the bar, your clients tend to be more honest than they'd like to be. And besides, information isn't a drink that you can sample. When clients come to my bar, they expect a certain amount of discretion. Eroding their trust is not something I'm willing to do for free. I understand. Enjoy your drinks.
Okay.
Ready to relax? I see. Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Savage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way,
Name kommt mir bekannt
he's the
vor.
one you want. But you didn't hear it from me. He's one of the usual lowlifes you'll find at Madame Savage's. He's also a very fervent admirer of Miss Borealis and her work. It wouldn't surprise me if that admiration extended to her possessions. For fans like him, trinkets and mementos are a way to get closer to the one they admire. Fallen stardust.
Fallen Stardust.
Enjoy your stay.
Fallen Stardust. Wow. Interessant. Hi. Was ist? Okay.
You. Yeah, you. You're really going to walk on by?
Ja.
And miss out on a chance to experience.
La 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 la.
Gangs can keep killing each other.
Meine nur eine Station ist halt auch wild. Excuse me. Oh man, ja, eine Tasche.
Stay out of trouble or we'll have to call.
So come on in. Enjoy some.
Madame Savage.
This song's got me so zoned.
Du hast einen Katana in Gold bei. Das nehme ich. Also einfach die Tasche.
Excuse me.
Being back in Neon,
Wo bist du?
I sure am jealous of all the traveling you've
Hab
been
ich
doing.
rekrutiert? Let's go, you sign somewhere.
See you around.
Ich kann mich nicht mehr erinnern, dass ich die...
Hey. Ja?
The strikers are
Sind jetzt halt aber
upstairs.
noch Burgers.
Better be in our best behavior.
Ich schütze ja nicht irgendwie. Ich dachte, die Büros zu. Wir haben aber gar nicht mit dem geredet, wir haben den direkt gepickpocket Und fertig. Einfach. Warum wir hier lange rumquatschen mit dem. Oder sollen wir uns noch sagen, Wakizashi nehmen, weil wir wollten eh. Oder wir brauchen eh mal eine bessere Nahkampfwaffe. War das nicht golden in seiner Tasche? Habe ich mich verguckt oder? Weird.
Just one quiet day.
Ich fand ja den Gewehrskill erstmal nützlich, ja. Weil das ja auch auf alle Gewehre zutrifft und nicht nur auf wenige. Ey, Borealis.
Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge.
Erst rein.
Feeling the music? A fan, really. Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time. Yeah, it's not all bad. Love can be toxic, or it can be beautiful. Sometimes people just confuse the two. But sounds like it all worked out in the end.
That's good.
I've got my slate, which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate you bringing it back for me. Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Next time, I'll try and keep an eye on it. See you on the flip.
Ja. Natürlich. Wie viel Joyce? Wer ist Joyce? New Homestead. Auf Titan. Boah.
I can understand wanting to honor or even celebrate history, but this may take it too far.
Ich hasse, dass das bei diesem Schiff immer wieder passiert. Dass wir unter dem Schiff spawnen. Das ist so annoying. Ja, das ist halt, weil der Spawnpunkt halt hier ist. Aber das nervt halt. Also es ist halt nicht dramatisch, weil ich einfach ins Schiff gehen kann und dann halt rausgehen kann. Aber warum ist der Spawnpunkt nicht an der Rampe oder wo das vielleicht? Jetzt nennt er übrigens meinen Namen, weil ich jetzt das Game auch schrifttechnisch auf Englisch umgestellt habe. Vorhin nicht. Nee, das ist der Turm. Weil wir sind ja auf Titan und umkreister Turm. Das müssen wir ja alle was wissen. Auf Toilette, Cat. Jetzt
There
nicht.
is some value to be found in looking back through history, provided one does not cling too tightly to it.
Normstead is a living history exhibit.
Wer ist denn überhaupt Joyce? Ist das die von der Bar? Aber haben wir, glaube ich, auch noch nicht. Hm? Ach. Das ist Joyce. Ach, sie hier die Führerin von der Siedlung. Also, falsch auch.
It's not easy keeping these ancient turbines
Joyce.
going. I wish more people realized that.
Osaka. Hi.
Oh, hello there. Are you here about the brownouts? That's usually the only reason people come up here to talk to me, since I'm the power system manager here. Yes, the power shortages we're experiencing. Haven't you seen the flickering lights?
No.
This equipment is all very old, and the protections against the cold have worn down, so now, brownouts, all the time. And I get to deal with it. Hooray for me. Oh. Yep, I get it all right. Yes, I'm in charge of the electrical power here. We generate a lot of wind-based power here on Titan, which is my specialty, so I was tapped to help navigate all the unique challenges we face here. Shocking, I know. Of course you did. That's okay. It's a problem here. Citizens and visitors alike have a right to know what's going on and when to expect a fix. Problem is, I don't know how long we'll have to deal with this, because I'm needed here to oversee the whole system, and we don't currently have anyone available to go out and solve the issue at the moment. Did you see those huge wind turbines out there on your way in? They're our primary source of power generation. Titan's strong winds provide an almost constant source of power, as long as we can keep the machinery from icing over. Well, I just started this job a few months ago, but I'm loving it, despite all the small frustrations of working on ancient equipment. I came here as a child and did one of the tours. I loved it so much, I jumped at the chance to come back after finishing my studies in energy science. I know it may sound unusual, but I knew what I was getting into with Titan's harsh surface. The challenge is actually one of the things that attracted me to the job. No, New Atlantis, born and raised. It's okay though. I've always liked this quaint little moon. Not that it's actually that little as far as moons go. The people here were a little wary of someone coming in from the outside, but once I changed my name in accordance with their local customs, it went a long way to build trust. And that was fine by me. I feel proud, taking on the name of the Earth City my family came from many, many years ago.
Osaka. Stimmt, die werden ja hier in Homestead, benennen die sich ja nach da, wo ihre Vorfahren herkamen.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm a little new to the job, and I'll admit I'm struggling a little bit. I could use some help.
Disgusting. Was?
So I really want to impress everyone and show them I can handle this. But the power equipment is ancient and in need of replacement, if I'm being honest. We just don't have the money in the budget right now to do it. The previous technician was adamant that it was better to repair than replace. So he never submitted any replacement plans for budget considerations. We have to wait for next year.
Ooh.
I could use someone who's handy with a laser cutter to break up the ice that's formed on some of the power system machinery out there. That should clear up the shorts we've been experiencing and stop the brownouts. Does that sound like something you can do? Oh, thank you. I guess I'm lucky you showed up then. Just be careful not to hurt yourself or the equipment. I'll continue to monitor things from here.
Das kriegen wir hin. Das kriegen wir hin. Vielleicht nicht jetzt. 5 FPS statt. Ground Floor. Die haben ja bei Cyberpunk das komplette Skillsystem, also ganz Game umgebaut gerade. Da finde ich wild.
This is a boring assignment, but let's keep it that way.
Mhm. Hier kommt man nicht raus. Da geht's runter nach. Shit, hier ist die botanische Abteilung von der Butze. Ja.
We used to get more tourists than we do these days.
Hier geht's in den Residential Ring. Also runter.
Always so cold here.
Ja, glaube ich.
You get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
Bist du? Schon mal geredet?
If you take one of those stupid tours, make sure to follow the rules. They're for your own safety. And my sanity. Great! Another tourist. Let me guess. You slipped on the ice and need a doctor to wrap your sprained ankle? They do, but they're also a terrible burden for a small colony doctor like myself. I have enough trouble treating our own people with the time and resources I have. I appreciate that you're trying to set me at ease, but that might as well be the same. Sorry for how I responded. It's not you, it's me. I'm just frustrated about all the non-native people I need to treat when our own still need help. Anyway, what can I do for you? I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people. Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown, instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain. So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Titan. I figure that once word gets around, tourism will take enough of a dive to give me some relief. That's the spirit. To be honest, I'm not sure it'll work either, but I feel like there's no harm in trying. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here.
Weiß ich ja nicht. Diese kleinen Hangartore. Hi, bist du?
Must be nice to be able to afford to travel, huh? Oh, you don't really want to talk to me.
Warum?
I'm just a nobody from the crates. Besides, I'm not really good at talking to tourists about New Homestead. If you're really interested in our history, talk to Maurice. He's a lot better at that than I am. You do? I mean, sure. I don't know what I can tell you, but if you want to talk, I don't have anything else I need to do right now. Okay, well, no. Not the studies specifically. Like, I get good grades when I'm able to apply myself. But I'm poor. I just don't have the kind of money to be a full-time student and support myself, even living in the cheap-ass crates. I keep having to take odd jobs just to put food on my plate, and when I do, my grades suffer. I just feel like I'll be stuck in a rut forever. Really? I thought it was the only way. I remember my parents telling me that when they were still around. But maybe you're right. I guess I can put my studies on hold, at least until I get enough credits saved up to live on. I can always return to my studies then. Maybe part of the reason I feel I've been stuck in a rut is because I push myself too hard. Thanks for the advice. It helped.
The right advice at the right time can potentially be more valuable than credits.
Ja, wie soll ich jetzt mit dir?
Ah, yes, we are done.
The crates are what we call the living quarters for the poor people, like me. They're made from old shipping containers. We have to make do with the space we have here. They're comfortable enough, I guess. And no one on Titan is well off to begin with, but you can tell that people look down on us, especially some of the tourists. Well, I'm trying to finish up my undergrad schooling, actually. I want to be a physicist like my grandmother. Then, who knows what. But I also do some odd jobs here or there for money. Sometimes I help Jay out at his shop, and he gives me stuff in return. Sometimes I help Anya clean up at the Brown Horse when she's short-staffed. That sort of thing. It's not as bad as you'd think. I like talking to off-worlders, especially people my age. It gives me ideas for what I want to do when I'm done with school. Because, honestly, I'm not sure I want to stay here. It'll always be my home, but as soon as I can afford to, I'd love to explore my options. See you around, maybe.
Sure would be nice to get off-world sometime.
Nee, ich mach dann. Ich habe leider nicht das Privileg. Wenn ich ihr jetzt hätte Geld geben können, Geld geben hätte können, so. Dann hätte ich gesagt, jo, hier, nimm 20.000 Credits. Aber nur dafür, dass du halt
There are times I envy those who are able to travel like you. Hello there. Are you? Wonderful. These are all rare artifacts from before the collapse of Earth. There isn't much of this stuff left outside of private collections, but here we're happy to share a glimpse of them with the public. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can. Take care.
Feel free to look around, but don't touch.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan. You'll freeze solid without the proper protection.
We
take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
Ich weiß das, warte mal kurz. Hier muss auch noch ein Buch sein. Ich muss mal kurz nachgoogeln. Lalalala. On a shelf near Maurice Lyons journal. There's Maurice. Is that Maurice gewesen? No.
We live a simple
On a
life
shelf.
on New Homestead, but make no mistake, it's fulfilling.
On a shelf? Where's the shelf? Oh. Nani? Warte. Near Maurice. Marine Lines Journey. Ja. Okay, aber das ist nicht das hier, glaube ich. Oder? Ne, das ist noch irgendwo daneben. Near Maurice. Hier. Ja, genau, die habe ich gesehen. Die Hongkong-Landmark. Nice. Also ich kann hier mal durchgucken kurz. Wir haben Moment, zurück. Wir haben Oliver Twist, ja. London Chart Tower, da waren wir schon. Die ESC Constant, da müssen wir unbedingt gucken, weil das ist zum Beispiel eine verpassbare. Die müsste man, also es gibt einen Bug, dass man das Schiff, nachdem es gesprungen ist, nicht wieder findet. Wenn wir den haben, dann können wir das Buch nicht mehr finden. Und dann können wir die Landmarken potenziell nicht finden. Weil... Ich habe ja noch nicht mal was die Survey. Ja. Obwohl ich ja schon länger war. Was ist das? Structure. Ja. Das sieht besser aus. Wo ist der Turm hin? Oh no! War der nicht vorhin mitten im Sky? Ich meine, ja klar. Eigenrotation und so. Aber gestern hatte ich auch so eine geile Szene, da war ich auf dem einen Mond von Aquila. Und du hast halt im Hintergrund so Aquila gesehen, wie es sich so langsam bewegt hat. Langsam. Also Aquila ist super schnell durchs Bild, um genau zu sein. Den will ich scannen, ne? Das kann ich scannen. Sollte da irgendwas stehen, eigentlich. Titan gibt es auch Titan. Oh, Titan ist natürlich ein Ding, was man unbedingt abbauen muss. Aber hier können wir gar keinen Außenposten machen, ne? Naja. Was ist jetzt hier? Ist hier eine Mücke oder was? Irgendwas wieselt mich hier wieder ein. Das Wolfsverlamm. Und so. Titanius. Wenn ich hier so rumschwebe, dann findet ein Dreh. Ah, immer nicht so gut. Ja. Da ist Titanus. Es gibt noch zwei Eigenschaften. Und Titan ist immer wichtig. Habe ich sogar jetzt schon gekauft, einfach weil ich halt keine Lust hatte, Dings zu bauen. Ist aber auch schlecht, wenn das fest wird. Water. Die werden doch wohl aber genug von den Dingern haben, Dass selbst wenn mal so 4 oder so einfrieren, dann muss doch einfach nur so ein Überdings haben. Ja, genau. Das dachte ich mir, dass das andere auch so Transformationen sind. UC Transport. Was ist das? Ist das hier gerade so dunkel? Glas da zu verwenden wäre doch richtig blöd, weil Glas doch übelst scheiße zu isolieren ist. Ich meine, klar, das ist natürlich auch Sonnenlicht rein, wenn das so ein Gewächshaus halt ist, ne? Aber also nachts ist dann halt scheiße. Weil bei 190 Grad nicht.
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that are not marked.
Wieder reingefallen hier.
How's it going out there with the ice?
Was hier fürs Late?
Hi. Me? I guess? My therapist told me I should try recording notes to myself as a way to, cope with this drastic life change. I guess the goal is to look back on it later and see progress. Anyway, I've been living here in New Homestead for, 3 months now? And it hasn't been easy. The locals are a little wary of people coming in from the outside, but they know they need me here because their previous power systems manager died unexpectedly. Got stuck out in the cold with a suit puncture. Alcohol may have been involved. Remind me not to make that same mistake. Where was I? So, I decided to go all in and change my family name to show these people I'm serious about their home. It's caused some drama with my parents, but ultimately, they understand. And to be honest, I kind of like it. I've always loved the history of this place, from its inception as an outpost searching for life, to researching how to build colonies on harsh worlds, and now as a living history museum.
I'm really glad you're helping us out.
Crap. The light.
Careful not to damage the equipment with the cut. Great. I just saw the readings and everything looks good. Thanks. I hope this lasts a little longer than last time.
Aber Kekse.
Find the interior of this ship comforting.
Wo müssen wir hin? Schmeckt echt gar nicht so kacke. Ich mochte mal die von Köln, die Hafer-Ware, weil da mein Vorbild war, das mochte. Aber die hatten es eigentlich nicht, weil die sind so gedacht, Alter, das ist Schmuck, aber die sind gar nicht schlecht, aber die sind super süß. Ja, oh. Wir sind falsch gelandet.
Captain Connor, greetings.
Ja. Haben wir nur dich hierher geflogen?
Howdy.
Du bist ganz schön jung. Viel Spaß. Das ist halt auch so. Wo ist denn Vladimirs Haus? Platz Villa. Let's go. Oh, gibt's Platin? Das sehe ich schon. Lithium. Im Syrer auszusterben. Level 55. Syrer mag nicht Syrer. Junge, dass das so wanky jetzt ist, weil wir so mobil sind. Bis jetzt fallen mir meist auch nur die Schiffe von Stroud. Also die von Damos sind auch nicht kacke. Aber ich weiß nicht. Irgendwie die von Stroud, die sind am besten. Modellwise.
Hi. Please disregard.
Ja.
What does your scanner reveal?
Hier gibt's eine Menge Stuff. Wir wollen ja Platz Villa sehen. Aus. Ist eine Menge Vegetation. Ich könnte mein Haus auf dem einen Planeten ja auch einrichten und da potenziell einfach alle Sachen einlagern. Ich weiß nur nicht, ich habe keine Ahnung. Boah, es sieht fast aus wie mein Haus, nur ein bisschen hübscher. 120 Meter dafür, dass wir hier zur Platz Villa gegangen sind. Nur hat er so eine Villa. Ich sehe hier so. Guck mal, aber bei dir kann ich einfach reingehen. Und hier ist ein Loadscreen.
I would not wish to make too many assumptions about where the credits for all this came from, but it seems that crime does indeed pay.
War der mit Crime unterwegs? Ich weiß es gar nicht. Der hat das bestimmt mal erwähnt. Ich hab's vergessen. Seht ihr. The Mutineer. The cost of bribing someone should probably, ja, wir können eh noch nicht briben. Fortified in once drum beat.
Perhaps all this does come at a cost. To one's peace of mind, if nothing else.
Möglich. Ui. Das finde ich auch ganz geil, wenn so Junk runterfällt, dann sammeln die da drauf. Also wenn ich jetzt zum Beispiel... Ups. Welche Taste hier? Hallo? Oi! Wow. Oh, wurde? Oh, ich habe die Tür geöffnet. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where is he go? Ich hab mir eben doch hier gehört. Ah. Hier müsste der Roboter, warte. Ja, das. Ich hab gehört, dass du sammelst so. Da, look at him. Angry. Und dann macht er so Happy Noise. Ah, das schon. Aha.
When my former captain died, I knew my days with the fleet were marching to the cliff's end. I was already considered an old jackalbones, scaring the new rooks on the fact that I was still alive. Grimm's laughing reminder that most of them wouldn't make it to my age. Tossing my youth away on gutting haulers for the fleet was one thing, but watching another generation doing the same, knowing where the end was for them, my mind started clocking hours on the point of it all. And that's when the beauty of the Blackest Sea started to catch me for the first time. Humanity's jaunt into the stars could use a friendlier meeting than gun and blade. And who could do better good out there than someone who had seen the darkest edges and lived to tip your ear to the tale?
Hm. Ach, that's it. Ich wollte mich gerade zurücklehnen. Und höher. Okay.
Paid in full for this little piece of the settled systems to call my own. The pot is starting to boil over back at Constellation with all this work we're doing with the eye, so this might be the last time I set eyes here for a spell. Don't really know if my faith holds strong to Barrett's idea of what these artifacts are, but the science sings true. How did I get here? A Crimson Fleet rook turned old man astronomer, arguing with a physicist about what the stars themselves are. Got a smile on this life. Owe it all to the others that didn't make it to keep going. Made too many promises to shine light on the details, but I cashed out from the fleet. Bought an old hauler and converted it into a flying traveler's inn. Even named it the Jolly Roger as a bit of history's chuckle. We sputtered around the settled systems as best we could, helping the helpless. A safe harbor for anyone who needed it. Eventually, retired from that as well. Had too much of the past, still needed burying. Didn't stop Sarah Morgan from finding me though. In her hunt for one of the historical relics I stole from the UC. Been a part of Constellation ever since. A third life in the making, and one with a mission worth the toil. Memory's fault comes through on the exact time, but my career in the fleet took a turn as the UC stepped up its efforts. Not the first or last time they tried to wash the bloody tab. Caught a smile being with the crew whose captain took the challenge to play smart. If every breach and storm was a fight to the death, might as well make it for the highest stakes. And why not take the time to learn all the locks and bolts? Crack the systems that held the treasures? Learn the routes between stars that will become the best places to go. I never read so many books in my days as when I was gearing the brain for a heist. Soon enough, I found myself just reading whenever time's moments could spare. First gotten run I ever pulled was a large cargo freighter, hauling kitchen and cupboard, food and other goods meant for homes. A fine test for a rook back then. Nothing like feeling the key's belly to earn nods from the old knives. Went knuckle to bone with the freighter's crew straight away. Thought I was just eager to show myself off. Make sure my crew knew I was dangerous, even unarmed. Looking back, I think I just wanted to know that I was taking the prize the fair one's way. Give them a chance to fight for it. But even telling yourself you're winning it from someone is a break on a dark road. Every take was a smile on my face, knowing that I was better, stronger. And quiet moments to feel guilt's reflection were easily shattered when you know the UC is always hunting you.
Ah. Ja, der auch nochmal mehr Tiefe so. Finde ich ganz gut. Ah. Wir hatten ein nices Haus. Ich müsste meins ja auch mal dekorieren, aber ich habe da einfach keinen Bock zu. Also, wie bei Kohle früher. Manchmal mochte ich einfach nur so bauen. Und dann manchmal... Hm. Und so, was haben wir noch? Distress Call. Das klingt gut. Yes.
Hailing unknown vessel. Colonists, please. Thank you for responding. We had someone jump in and leave without even saying hi.
Repeating emergency request. Facility crucible requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting port. It's on Charybdis 3. End of message.
Und was? Operation Starfield. Oh Junge, das ist... Schwierig manchmal. Ah, ich glaube, das ist ein Roboter. Oh, Müllschiff. Hallo?
Human of unknown origin detected. Designated outsider. This is an undisclosed secret location. Please identify purpose or depart. Acknowledging receipt of emergency request. Explanation deemed acceptable. Clearance granted to Crucible. Outsider will deliver 150 units of copper. Compensation will be dispensed.
Tobias, stand down. We have a visitor.
Reminder, deliver required material. End of conversation.
This is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has finally arrived. Oh dear, that's a surprisingly tricky question. I'm probably not the person to answer it, but it is a genuine pleasure to meet you. We see no one, ever. Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what it portends. The societies have closed their doors and are arguing about what to do, while the rest hide to see which way the wind blows. Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. You should talk with him.
Ich finde das geil, dass du immer noch neue Settlements entdecken kannst. Also nicht nur die großen, die man so kennt, sondern immer noch mal so kleine Dinge. Und ich habe ja schon öfter auch gehört, dass Haus Varun auch eine große Stadt haben soll. Nur keiner weiß, wo sie ist. Ein Drehschau, die hat davon zum Beispiel erzählt. Offscreen.
Crucible is a tinderbox, and any spark will set it off. We're still recovering from a deadly conflict that happened 3 years ago. Far fewer of us are here to greet you today because of it. Most of us are like me, free and unaligned. But there are 3 societies that are oft at odds with one another. The Believers, the Pragmatists, and the Renegades. It would be wise to meet each of them. Franklin leads the Pragmatists. Give it time, and I'm sure the others will come out. For curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
This feels vaguely like one of those situations that ends with, and they were never heard from again.
Mhm. $150 Kopf. Hallo? Also hier gibt es eine geheime Siedlung, ja, sag ich mal. Und die steht in Konflikt miteinander. Okay. Hallo Franklin. Oh, das ist schon direkt unsympathisch aus.
When your ship landed, I feared the robots would shoot you on sight. I am greatly relieved that they let you enter our community. But you come during a delicate time. Everyone will seek to use your arrival to further their own ends. Where to begin? Maybe an introduction? I am Franklin Delano Roosevelt, leader of the Pragmatist Society.
Oh.
Well, it is gratifying that even after all these years, my name isn't entirely forgotten. You see, I was an American president. Well, not literally, but in a sense I was. Everyone that lives here are clones. Some of us are clones of the greatest figures of history, and others, well, we don't rightly know. When we die, and some of us die quite often, we are brought back. I cannot imagine how strange this must sound to an outsider.
You need not imagine. I can assure you, this is all exceedingly strange. Baffling, even.
then you must live a remarkably interesting life. After decades, centuries, of trying to figure it out ourselves, there is so very much we don't know either. The robots clone us for a reason, their so-called mission. But what that is, and what we should do about it, is something the societies disagree about. Sometimes violently. It's best you meet with the other societies, and after, I promise I'll explain the pragmatists' position on matters. Well, it is one of the few concrete things we know about Crucible. If you want to truly know about the mission, the believers will tell you all about it. In fact, it can be hard to get them to stop talking about it. After you meet with them, I'll share my position. Please do. Word has been sent, so the street should be full again. There is more I would talk with you about, but I would not take advantage of your ignorance. Go speak with the Monirinas and Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. Amerika, der sagt mir nichts, der Name.
Welcome to town, stranger.
Okay.
Consider me part of the welcoming committee. The name's Wyatt Earp, and I'd be most pleased if you'd use one of the spare rooms during your stay, for a modest fee, of course. He was, and I try to be. I do the best I can to uphold the law, but the societies make that difficult. I expect I've had as much success restraining Genghis as the Chinese did. I do what I can. Roosevelt and I are both of the same mind on that. I can work with that. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. And by the by, I may have access to some essentials I've picked up over the years. Happy to sell them to you. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Aber der ist Händler. Mit keinem Geld, aber er ist Händler. Ist ja... Oh, ist der mal Händler war. Scheiße. Tja, mein Freund.
A pleasure talking with you.
Ist das ein Er oder sie? Das ist ja wie Todd, Junge. Das wäre so lustig, wenn hier Todd Howard wäre. Das wäre so geil. Lederjacken Todd. Okay, also das ist eine Clone City. Clone Dorf.
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity.
Du bist Amelia Earhart. Oh. That's insane. Wer ist hier noch so? Wer bist du?
You can hear the howls at night. Defenses have to hold.
Believer.
You're the most exciting thing that's happened.
Renegade.
Ever.
I hope your arrival doesn't mean more violence.
I would kill for a new slate, of anything at all.
Roosevelt is the only one that really cares about us as people.
We need to escape.
Died, what, 3 years ago?
So probably about 8 to 10 more years. Maybe a couple earlier than that. You never can tell.
Why couldn't Genghis have gone with him?
Okay.
I just wish the
Genghis ist ja Genghis Khan. Warum auch mal der im Englischen Genghis Khan heißt? Amelia Earhart ist schon... Immer Earhart sagen. Die heißt doch Earhart.
Your ship.
Earhart.
She's a beauty. It travels the stars, right? Tell me, What's it like out there? That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life and her accomplishments. But I also knew how to fly a starship, reactor limits, thrust acceleration vectors and everything. In my mind's eye, I can imagine flying out there, touching heaven itself. And yet, cruelly, here I sit.
Überlege mal. War das die erste Frau, die den Atlantik überquert hat mit dem Flugzeug? Ich bin mir gerade gar nicht mehr so sicher, was Emilia Earhart gemacht hat.
The facility keeps us alive, fed and protected, but they do a terrible job of informing us of anything at all. My guess is the facility thought they might need a pilot one day, but your guess is as good as mine. Am I that transparent? Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all, but I would do anything to get off of here. I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why, and I don't want to get involved in any politics. I just want, for my single self, a chance to explore. You won't regret it. Thanks. Do you want to talk about anything else? I have a few choice, unchristian thoughts about some of them, but I'm going to stay out of it. Listen, I'd understand you making any decision you have to regarding them. Any at all. I just hope you judge me separate. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just want to explore. No, I don't. I consider myself a most ardent admirer of hers. She feels like family. Distant family. I like to think we both share a kindred spirit of adventure, though. She broke so many barriers in her life. I would love the same opportunity one day. Goodbye, outsider.
Aber mehr halt auch nicht. So, wer ist das hier? Kleopatra, Junge. Ne, keine Ahnung. Der Name sagt mir nichts. Amanirenas. Das sieht ein bisschen ägyptisch ist schon ja auch aus, ne?
I had hoped you would visit me. Good. Know that you stand before Queen Amanirinas of the Kush, queen of a dead kingdom on a dead world. But I earned my name, and even the sands of time cannot take it from me.
Du bist es aber nicht, ist ja schon klar.
You walk our land a few footsteps and think you know everything. If you don't believe me,
du bist nur ein Klon.
No, you are not alone. Some clones deride me behind my back. I know this, but I feel in my bones that I am Amanirinas for true. The great and the terrible, to those who would oppose me. I remember things no one has told me. Memories of faces, betrayers,
ja, das nennt sich Aufzeichnung.
Allies,
Neuro.
and enemies,
Transmission.
and the smells, the right scent, and I close my eyes, and I can picture all of it, so vividly. It aches my heart, my home, my kingdom. You are brave to call me out openly. But that is something I can admire. It is enough to say, I am who I am. Once, I called upon mighty armies. However, on Crucible I still lead. Have you heard of the believers? Have you heard of the mission? We are the ones who will take our rightful place in these settled systems, to bring in a new, glorious age, and break the endless cycles of oppression and greed. So many scoff at the mission. Before we are reborn here, there are words all of us are told. That we are the chosen. We are meant to better ourselves, to learn, grow, and thrive. All of us represent the greatest figures in our history. Who better to lead the settled systems to a new golden age? You are skeptical. My advisors thought the same when Augustus Caesar stood unbeatable at Cush's border. I made war against the mighty Romans. I took their cities and fought them to a draw. No other king or queen can boast of that honor against that famed Roman. And that's just me. Some of the greatest lions of all ages are awaiting rebirth. What are bureaucrats, petty politicians, and lawyers against that? I do not care if you think my plan is insane. But what I want, what we want, is a chance to prove to the facility we are ready. When someone has achieved their potential, the facility is supposed to set us free among the stars. But the machines have been breaking more and more over the years, and no one has ever been deemed worthy. I need your help to properly fix the facility so that we can prove ourselves and claim our birthright.
I don't know.
The facility is another place on this very planet. A place we cannot go, as much as we dream of it. Surely someone, anyone by now would have learned the lessons the facility sought to teach. No, the machines have not aged well. The crises break upon our beach, each one greater than the last. Then listen well, outsider. You must go to the facility. The robots and what drives them is not here. The facility is where they come from. Somewhere far to the east. None of us can travel there. But you can. Go there, please. And see if the facility can be repaired. Then report back to me.
Die kenne ich.
No queries are being answered at this time.
The Facility. Und was ist, wenn die Facility, wenn so wird, es sagt, ihr seid alle fehlerhaft und ich muss euch vernichten? Also die Facility, nicht ich. Okay. Oh, wo ist denn Genghis Khan? Der auf der Mauer. Der Lauer.
Change is coming.
Ah. Oh, was ist denn hier für... 1,16. Genghis Khan, warum bist du da drauf? Wer hat das denn gebaut, Junge? Kann ja nicht sein, ey.
Stranger! Weapons out! They come!
Nani?
There will be blood!
Genghis Khan mit der 9/11, Junge. Nein, nicht. 1911.
The man from the stars. Come to see me. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I guess the world out there is not so different than here. Genghis Khan, a pleasure to meet you. My namesake, yes, a terrible, terrible person. But me, I'm really just a lowly prisoner, stuck on this pitiful planet. I am pleased that the dangers out here are of no concern to you. You cannot be fully human if you trap yourself behind walls. I would provide fresh meat for my society, so we don't get fat off the robots. Franklin and I see eye to eye on very little, but even he appreciates this. And I always hope to see some means of escape. Perhaps our luck has finally changed. The novelty will fade. I say this from experience. So Franklin told you of us. Oh, that we're clones? Some of us think that makes us special. That the deeds of our namesakes are somehow ours. But that is blind arrogance. We are just people. Same as you. Same as anyone. None at all. It is as if I were a student of his life and times from an early age. I know so much about him, but that doesn't mean I am him. I am me, and I am content with this. I never really thought about that. Surprising indeed. But all this talk gets us nowhere. Too many of the others grovel at the feet of the damned robots, trying to play their roles in a broken game. The renegades will not submit, and one day we will be free. I do not know. Everything outside of Crucible is unknown to us. I imagine the settled systems are not so settled that a man who does not shrink from violence can't make a place for himself, though. A prison of the mind and the body. Crucible holds out a throne and says, "Obey, and it is yours." But thrones are meant to be taken, not handed to you by a machine. But it is a tantalizing lie that keeps the others in line. If Crucible had not hobbled us, we wouldn't. I have died 12 deaths trying to find a way out of Crucible. You get too far or disobey too much, then death. Crucible holds our lives in its hands. But now the robots have made a grave mistake. You can go where none of us can. You hold our future in your hands, and all the societies know it. Oh yes, you can go 1 or 2 miles from Crucible, and you drop dead. I have no knowledge of medicine, but it's probably poison. It boils my blood to be subjugated like this, but too many of the clones are sheep. As long as their pens are clean and comfortable, they bleat their arguments. Even if you think I deserve this cage, does everyone? If you want your heartstrings tugged, talk to Amelia Earhart. Doesn't she deserve the stars she craves? You know of the facility, yes? Go there and make the machines let us leave. It is not much to ask, and it will set us free.
Das ist ja wild. Also, bisher sieht Franklin Ruford actually am besten aus. Die kranke Königin, nee. Und Genghis Khan,
So, you have heard from the other societies. I must confess I'm very curious what an outsider thought of them and their positions. You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever come across.
ich gar nicht.
I couldn't agree more. The facility has gathered some of the most obstinate and dangerous personages throughout history. It has told them that they should lead in a golden age via whatever means they see appropriate. Setting us all loose and barter as a whole would invite disaster. We are barely fit to lead ourselves. A tough but fair question. I must admit the case of Amelia Earhart sometimes keeps me up at night. 'Tis safer if the rule is strict. But if you wanted to make an exception or two, I could live with that. But no one from the other societies. They are all dangerous in their own way. The most likely case is anyone that leaves Crucible would die or silently fail. But if the mission is correct, and they do take over the settled systems, in the course of history, it took millennia to cast out petty tyrants. The way ahead lies not looking to the past to literally guide us, but for this generation to learn from us. Terrible and great figures we represent had their time. We made the most of it. We should be at peace with it. Exceptionally so. But the pragmatists are different. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix and maintain the status quo. Our community must be weaned off the machines. Learn how to build, grow, and govern ourselves. Allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation. And to die when our allotted time is finished. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. We are just not there yet. Do not listen to passion. Genghis can be very persuasive, but he's a fool. In some sense, we are an abomination. A science project made for unknown ends and with uncertain results. Once we are fully human, fully self-reliant, then we should be allowed to join the settled systems. Yes, and not to be indelicate, not for lack of trying. Are we even human in this state? We have no future, only the past.
Wie könnt ihr hier rumöcken ohne Probleme so?
Please, I beg you, listen, look, and think. Who are these people? And what would they do? I hope, for all our sake, you will come to see the light.
Genghis Khan so ein Kriegsschiff irgendwie hätte oder so.
Over here! Hey, we need to talk. Listen, it's not safe to talk here. It's about Roosevelt. There's something you need to know. Not here. If he found out I'm even talking to you about this... Thank you. There's a, well, cave just outside town. No chance of us being listened in on. Please, come as quick as you can. Ideally, before you go to the facility. I hope so. I'll meet you at the cave.
To know how to touch. Thanks for your time.
Okay. Okay. Das ist jetzt unsere aktive Quest. Naja. Ist die Cave da hinten? Wie er da ist. So lustig, dass er da hinrennt und nicht einfach halt da erscheint. Die Schwerkraft hier ist aber auch insane. Was habt ihr eigentlich? Solvent Structure. Was gab's hier? Wir sind hier in Florida, oder? Ich bin da. Warum waren da zwei Fässer mit Explosives?
You came. I just can't take a chance. These clones, they're psychotic, crazy. If they find out, I'm sorry. I just can't take the chance. You're just making it worse. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, how I wish I was. I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer. H.H. Holmes.
Oh.
Well, that is less auspicious.
Das ist der mit dem creepy Hotel.
He was a deranged lunatic on old Earth. In the 1890s, he owned a hotel. He'd lure people there in this crazy hotel with all sorts of terrible rooms. But I'm not him. You gotta believe me. It's like a living nightmare. If you go to the facility, I know you'd find out who I am. And if you let any of these bloodthirsty maniacs know, they'd kill me. But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death, torture, pure hell. I'm afraid it's you or me. I'm going to kill you.
Wait, what? Why you?
I really don't. Besides Ada and maybe Amelia, you're the nicest person I've met. But the other clones, they would tear me apart. Don't you see? They're the monsters. I just don't want to be tortured like that. Please forgive me.
Nicht genauso.
A few of the old-timers know I used to go by Bill Hickok. I mean, I had to make up a story. I always used to read the dime novels, and I figured I knew enough about Wild Bill and Wyatt to pull it off. I just had no way of knowing what my previous life had picked. So I played dumb. But Roosevelt, he's a crafty one. I just don't see a way out. Wyatt Earp was a hero. Maybe I can. I just am not sure. I'm gonna trust you, okay? Just don't tell anyone. This never happened.
Aber was ist, wenn du wirklich gefährlich bist? Mal das dann. Müssen wir zum Schiff für die Mission eigentlich? Oh, eventuell ja. Let's go there. The facility. Crucible does not appear in any star shards. Huh.
Every world with living things is a treasure.
Hunting mega more.
Come then. Meet your death.
And once again, we are triumphant.
Hunting space roach. Are we? Maggot more. Aber was macht das eigentlich? Wo ist denn das Cutlass? Nee. Ah, okay. Okay, aber wenn die Facility so advanced ist, warum? Weil die laufen doch hier auch alle rum ohne Dings. Da können wir doch unseren Anzug auch ausziehen. Gucken wir mal. Warum sehen meine Hände eigentlich so frauenhaft aus? Irgendwo was? Die Leeches? Oh. Maybe. Oh, der sieht aus wie Heat Leeches. Das sieht ziemlich nach Heat Leeches. Oh Gott. Ja, das sind aber die Viecher.
The facility seems to have new permanent residents. I doubt they will be interested in leaving.
Der läuft mir doch nicht da rein. Zu dämlich. Wir sind sie gelesen, weil ich dachte, das ist ein Audio. Also die Facility war bewohnt, aber wie viele Dinge jetzt muss ich denn machen? Noch 2. Mal Level Up machen. Einfach fusioniert Nahkampf auch nicht. Hallo? Jetzt viel Licht. Wo soll ich doch hidden killen? Sneak Attack, aber das hat die gezählt. Sneak Attack zählt, glaube ich, nur, wenn die...
Did you hear something?
Was hat die gezählt? I don't know, did I? Today I'm new here. Today I am here new. They tell me I was here before, that I have been reborn. I have knowledge of the son Kublai Khan, no? The accomplishments of being the founder of a great empire, the rival any in history. The machines tell me I'm someone I am not. I'm not played by the rules. Okay. Yes. Crazy Genghis Khan is not having it here.
Let's succeed at that before we are discovered.
Kein Problem. But I dieser Eye taking damage. Ich hab den Roboter aber nicht gefunden.
It seems local fauna has been nesting here.
Ach. Wollte halt's verraten. Du bist Körper. Is somehow got hold of explosive. Last night we woke to a thunderous din. The village has been repeating incessantly. Contained breach. It is maddening. Such expedition was sent to the outside this morning. The report predators, deadly ones, all about. Media and Ameneranes are furious working to come up with quick use as a weapon. We get into the village's inner sanctum. No, well. Deswegen kommen keine neuen Klone mehr. Weil die Facility ist komplett RIP. Dass wir da jetzt noch mehr welche sterben sollten. Also wenn wir ihn jetzt zum Beispiel eben umgebracht hätten, würde einfach keiner mehr kommen.
They have burrowed into the ground here, or they originally came up out of it.
Hat es nicht gezählt. Doch. Running while sneak attack does not affect stealth. Range sneak attacks to 3 times and melee to 5 times. Okay, jetzt müssen wir 30 mal melee. Ah, das ist nicht Running quasi. Das affectet jetzt nicht mehr. Ach, hier war der Roboter. Au! Alter! Wie viel hast du denn gemacht? Ja, ich hab ja eine Rüstung an, quasi. ist auch aufgestiegen. I woke up for the first time right here. I know I'm bleed. When first I heard the mission, I felt the thrill. We were chosen, we would rule again. But after spending countless days and nights, who's to say, in these windowless halls, do nothing. The facility feeds us, the facility provides, and we just argue. But now we do more. We turn to more. I pray you find this brother of my blood. But do not trust Bill Hitchcock. He's not who he seems. Ja, wissen wir schon. Und dass der uns so angebettet hat, ich glaube auch nicht. Ich hätte ihn, glaube ich, einfach erschießen sollen. Das wäre, glaube ich, das Beste gewesen. Wäre lustig, wenn er jetzt einfach... Oder, lustig wäre das nicht, wenn er jetzt Leute umbringt in der Stadt. After we pleaded for his thing. Answered question. Who created the facility? Good question. Is the mission the real reason I was created, or it was created? To really share the DNA of our namesakes. Are any people watching us? Are the robots as unintelligent as they appear? Are the reborn really what they claim? So many questions. See. It's the rumble. Also, wo hätten die denn von Bruce die DNA her? Weil der ist ja nun auch nicht gerade ne?
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Ach.
Where have they gone?
Menu des Ganges.
Cowards.
Okay. Arsch. Ah, Alter. Ein bisschen verwundet. Ha! Da ist kleines Damage. Snitch. Excuse me. Das war knapp.
Give up already.
I'm hit! strength.
Hier ist jetzt Le Mutti. Ja, wenn du mir immer ins Schussfeld rennst, was soll ich sagen?
Facility on lockdown. Security override code required to reboot system.
Wo schlägt ihr denn hin, Junge?
I have direct sensor contact with a hostile target.
I'm not hostile.
Registered.
Maybe I am.
Massive damage.
Ada's diary. Where's Ada? Years of trial and error, and I've attained proficiency enough to call myself a programmer. It's amazing how far things have advanced from my memories. To think, barbaric, and I would open this untold world of knowledge and power. I realize I'll never be masterful programmer. I have no books or texts to advance myself, but the interest, ich weiß nicht, wie das ausgesprochen wird. The security here is daunting. Here sees full lockdown and the only solution is the security override code. But where is it? This part of the city was close to us. Anti-Jengus set of his explosions, and even here there's nothing of the sort. If only I had more time to think, but the monster does lurk in every hole now. Perhaps the damage to the facility means this is my final life. A pity. So much more to discover and learn. Ja, ihr seid jetzt, ja. Choose this ja, hier kommen wir gar nicht rein, wa? Wen könnte man das denn? Gute Frau. Open the door. Hunting Space Roach. I'm not even here. Fuck you. Ich kenne auch mal die Reichweite von meinen Attacken halt nicht. Okay, also die Facility ist komplett am Sack. Partially explored, 50%. Ah ja. Okay, wir können das jetzt seit Genghis Khan. Das verloren. Ist aber nicht so toll. Sieht nur so ähnlich aus. Ihr könnt jetzt Genghis Khan die Überbeziehung.
This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
Stimmt. Und hier haben wir auch keine Waffen. Potenziell nicht. Museum. Aber Roosevelt wird das alle da bleiben. Nur wenn das Geile ist, wenn die da bleiben, ich sehe da nichts. Also Der nächste, der stirbt, ist gone.
Rest for a spell. Take a load off. I'm hoping you come back for some repeat business.
You should say it's H.H. Holmes instead.
I need to go out there. I hope to see you again.
Amanarinos. She is a curious lady. We are unnaturally dependent on the machines of the facility for every aspect of our society. The pragmatists seek to take the reins of power ourselves. We will cultivate, work, and govern for ourselves. Perhaps, once we have demonstrated that we can govern ourselves well, we can try and bring our leadership to the settled systems. But to do so too early, I fear, courts disaster. My feelings about my namesake are complicated. He was a great but flawed human being. On one hand, he guided a country through the ravages of depression and war admirably. He tirelessly fought to improve the lives of the poor and disadvantaged. But as a husband, he was unfaithful. And as a colleague, he was a consummate politician, which is sometimes good, often distasteful. He was truly a great man, and I must confess, I am proud to share his heritage. We are not 100% sure, but I have a theory. The facility has been unreliable as long as I've been alive. My guess is that they are historical figures that just didn't get a proper education. Who's to say what Julius Caesar actually looked like? Or some modern person of note that we wouldn't even know about? Whoever they are, though, they are as smart and capable as the ones that know their identity. What? Why would this infernal place choose to bring back that abomination of all people? But he's not Holmes. I've worked with Wyatt for many years. He is a good man, but I can see it's been eating him up. Exactly. He's chosen a better path than his forebearer. Listen, don't tell anyone. I'm not sure what the others would do. We should be judged by our actions, not ancient history.
That's right.
Goodbye.
Also die Alte denkt ja, die ist die Königin, obwohl das Bullshit ist. Genghis Khan weiß, dass er nur die DNA eventuell hat. Und Roosevelt ist genauso. Nur Roosevelt will halt hier bleiben, wenn andere... Ja, also nicht.
Do not listen to Genghis. He will betray you. Roosevelt and the pragmatists vex us. True, they do help us try and maintain the facility, but they deny the mission. Such hubris. We were sent here for a reason. Why can't they see that? And Genghis and the renegades are little more than brigands spoiling for a fight. They would destroy everything if it meant they could be unleashed on the galaxy. Clearly, none of them will ever reach their potential. I am her, reborn. Many here scoff at reincarnation. But why? It has been a belief of people from the earliest of times. Why is it so unimaginable it can happen? When I dream, I smell the sands of Africa. I see the vaunted Roman legions with their prickly spear walls, and I see and taste the blood. Both ours and theirs. I am Queen Amanirinas, and I am she who even the conquerors fear. We are the ones who believe in the mission. We are the great minds and leaders of history who can bring about a new golden age. Our numbers are admittedly few, but we make up for it in our commitment to see the dream of Crucible realized. We just want the machines fixed, so we can pass the test and be allowed to leave Crucible and try to make a difference. There are robots here, but they are not constructed here. The clones also are not born here. The robots bring fresh clones always from the east. That is where their facility lies. And that's it. I know no more.
Warum ist denn die Facility
As you wish, outsider.
so weit weg von der Siedlung?
I just wish the societies could get along.
Das glaube ich auch.
We are all prisoners, just without fail and without mercy. If we go too far, our lives end. Even the most devout believer drops like a stone a little over a mile out. I know this because we have tried it. Many look at Crucible like it is holy or a potential utopia, but the renegades see it truly. It is hell, and it is our prison. We are the only ones that just want to tear it all down and leave. The mission, the facility, all of it are lies. We deserve a chance to really live. I have no doubt many of us will perish, or be swallowed up by the settled systems with little to show of it. But I just want the chance that every human is born with. You ask a question I cannot answer to your satisfaction. It is far to the east. It is where all the machines come from. Beyond that,
Musst du über H.H. Holmes ja Bescheid wissen.
Farewell.
Während halt die anderen beiden nichts mit dem Namen anfangen könnten. Also zumindest nicht von Nature.
If you had a life sentence, wouldn't you do anything?
Also wir werden Bruce Wayne das geben. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob das gut ist.
Genghis and the renegade. Let me see.
Oh, was kommt jetzt?
You have no idea what a reassurance it is to learn even these hints of our past. It sounds like the facility is in ruins, but perhaps the restricted section is intact? Think of the answers it must contain, and perhaps a way to help us become self-sufficient. But there is no security override code here. I would know. Think.
Biege, wer ist denn Biege?
Galathea's sister ship. Yes, if it can be found. Certainly, they had the capability of going into the heart of the facility. If anyone can figure a manner of locating the Beagle, it's Ada Lovelace. I'll radio her and explain the situation. I'm sure she will make every effort to assist.
Ada Lovelace. Nani? Who's Ada Lovelace? Nani? Ah, Ada war die uns angesprochen hat am Anfang. Glaube ich. Oder? Boy.
So we did come from a spaceship. Of course we did. And there's another out there? What was the Beagle? Why did she and the Galathea part? But all of that in time. First, we must find her. She's not in this star system. I would have spotted her. I've studied the celestial bodies for years. No trace of a spaceship in orbit here or around the other planets. The radio telescope. It has a default position. It resets every morning. I always wondered Why point at Bell 5? Petty frustration I've dealt with for years. Perhaps the facility looks for her sister. Yes, it makes sense.
Huh?
I can send you the coordinates. The Bell Star system is not far. The facility communicates via a secure frequency. When you arrive, tune into that.
Bell 5. Honey. Not far. Also, so rein technisch ist das nicht so weit weg, aber hier ist ein System gewesen, was Serpentis hieß. Ja. Da war doch gerade ein System, was Serpentis hieß. Da. Serpentis, also Serpent ist doch Schlange. Gib mir Location. Although in bad repair, this old navigation beacon still has a projection flight plan of Beagle. The next plane stop after Bell 5 is the Lasny 1. Ah ja. The Lasny 1. Was ist die Beagle? Ja, ich weiß. Können wir nicht. Jetzt nach Aichi Baba fliegen oder so. Und jetzt können wir dahin fliegen. Hier ist auch noch ein Planet. Hm. Das Gefühl, dass die Türme, die auf den Seiten sitzen, keine 360 Grad drehen können. Warum sind die überhaupt Space am Start? das Schiff sogar sehen. Kann aber nicht schnell hinreisen. Aber ich habe... Können die Geschütze sich vielleicht nur seitlich drehen, wenn sie zu nah in der Hülle sind? Das geil, das jetzt die scheiß Games da hinstellen bei dir. Und so ein Modder hat das bestimmt, was Bethesda nicht konnte. Dass du halt mit einem ja quasi mehr oder weniger fahren hast. Und jetzt das Target-Lock verloren. Kann er wahrscheinlich trotzdem zu ihm fliegen. Oder so wie jetzt. Void Systems. Warum sehe ich jetzt das Schiff da vorne nicht mehr? Jetzt sehe ich es wieder. Genau im Vorankreuz. Ich habe keinen Entfernungsmarker mehr oder generell gar keinen Marker. Das haben wir ja jetzt gleich. Warum ich das Schiff nicht mehr anvisieren kann? Das ist die Frage. Aber es macht keinen Sinn, dass die Türme nicht rotieren können. Weil die sind ja zur Seite montiert. Mich mal mit Schiff so auf dem Autopilot setzen, also das wäre auch cool. Wenn du sagst, okay, flieg mich einfach von Erde zum Mond zum Beispiel und dann aber mit Auto. gibt's hier so ein neues? Sicher hier irgendwo auf dem Display meine Boost Power. Also ich sehe hier Engines da. Break. Da ich sehe das Schiff. Jetzt boost mal, dann sehe ich auch. Und dann geht auch Break, warum auch immer. Also ich hätte den Pitch und das alles. Das ist das freaking Ship. Aber ich kann es immer noch nicht anvisieren. Hallo, Schiff, wir sind bei dir. Einmal laden. Danke. Board. Was ist die Biege genau? Muss ja mich auf 25 Leben unterschieden. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich mich so healen muss oder ob das einfach hier mit dem machen kann.
High temperature here. I do not advise disrobing to
Komm. Gib mir. Ich muss mich healen. Hi. Aber. Au. Ja, so ist gut. Ja, mehr. Wunderbar. Noch mehr. Mehr. More. Wie viel sind 25%? Das sind jetzt so 40. Was war der Name?
Take your best shot.
30. Ah, und du brennst. Und gib mir noch einen. Noch einen. Gut. Moment. So, jetzt gehen wir weiter. Key. Ja, kann ich akzeptieren.
Did they have anything of value? Dr. Shaw's computer. Lore. God's curse, Dr. Chiang. The facility is a hell full of vicious predators. The amount of resources we need to just provide basic protection is ludicrous. Is Dr. Baskinder based? It falls to me. We can figure the experiment. Otto von Bismarck needed. Ah. Even that, it would be hard to stop. Although many say that Bunkengang is Bunkengang why to the experiment, I'm not fully convinced we probably sequence his DNA from his descendants. In this indoctrination program, it's embarrassment. No, Amarinus is a key. The captain is aware we are dangerously low on Freon. Freon? Enough to keep all the Spissen frozen for a year or more. It keeps... Warum fliegen die hier rum? Das wollte ich gar nicht. Ich wollte hier. Remote Control. Ist eh. Schon geworden. Also die Tür ist wahrscheinlich nicht. So. Dann kann ich hier hoch. Ist das hier nur der Shortcut? Ja. Das. Macht halt in dieser Konfiguration nicht viel Damage.
Unable. Repair not possible.
Dr. Armani's computer. No one listen. I'm tired of no one listening to me. We should have boarded the Galathea and taken the genetic samples. The wood plan requires all of the specimens. How can we hope the engineer the golden age with only half of the test? The Bell system has no plans that meet our criteria. Only the mission had access to the American data with bumbling in the dark. No one says anything but many think Captain Landipo did the wrong thing. We celebrated a birthday of young robots, by Dr. Robots now, and he's 65. Even if he finds our planet and it is ready, none of us will be physically or mentally able to set up the experiment. True, the facility protocols theoretically need to
No man will enter range. Best is some struck out. Also. Ups. Interessant. Ein bisschen Lore finde ich gut. Jetzt sind wir wieder hier. Und gibt es vielleicht noch mehr Dominanz, die ich gesehen hatte. Und hier ist so ein Elemente-Bakisage. Das ist nice. Curious. Each consecutive hit, also jeder weitere, deals more damage. Das ist schon mal geil. Mad Theft. Elemente randomly jetzt da. Junge, das ist ja ein Geschenk. Jetzt wollte ich wieder auf die neuen. Also die haben das illegal gemacht, weil die UC gesagt hat, nö, die experimentieren hier nicht so rum. Hab ich das richtig verstanden? Verstehe ich gar nicht.
They certainly made sure to bring along plenty of robots.
Aber also das ist wahrscheinlich nur für das Geschütz. Probably. Ja. Schade. Last conversation with Dr.
Please don't go. We can do the experiment here. The facility has everything we need.
Our protocols say we are looking for planets with a 70% plus confidence level. The facility, barely 50%.
And how many planets have we surveyed? On Earth, they didn't know what we would find. My friend, we are getting old. Too old. If we want to have any chance to start the experiment ourselves, the facility is it.
When I was given my command, I swore an oath to adhere to the mission. Dr. Chang, you realize you are a mutineer. You've abandoned us.
The perfect is the enemy of the good. If you can't see that, then I guess there's nothing more to be said.
Fleet incident. Aha. Aber wer ist denn die Galathea? Ist das ein anderes Schiff? Wild. Ja, die suchten irgendein Material oder so. Oder was? Ich habe es nicht genau gerafft gerade. Oh Gott.
I make this look easy.
Failure.
finde schön, dass ihr 3 Kilovolt Dings habt.
You cannot beat me.
You cannot beat me.
Catastrophic damage.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Bin hier vom Weg ab. Ich bin hier am Hochgehen. Kein Problem. Aber hier sind auch keine Leichen. Das finde ich persönlich weird. Ah. Das ist weird. Aber wie lange sind die denn hier unterwegs hier? Mindboggling.
Franklin Roosevelt, we have an urgent situation developing on Crucible. Please, please, come immediately, before it's too late.
Was ist da passiert? Wieso ist eigentlich der Greenscreen die ganze Zeit im Bild? Seh dich. Hat der Mörder zugeschlagen, der kleine Pisser. Ich will doch Emilia Earhart rekrutieren. Würde nicht machen. Die jetzt umbringen. Frech wäre das. Frech. Wie die steht da denn? Was ist hier los?
Oh, thank God you're here. Genghis has issued an ultimatum. He will attack the Pragmatist Society with everything he's got, unless you meet with him. I fear Amon Arenas is siding with him too. We are on the brink of war. A war I will not shrink from. Not when we are so close to victory. Doubtful. Genghis and I have a long history, always at cross purposes. But worryingly, Amon Arenas may be with him. It's possible we can convince her to back down.
Ja, die haben ja gesagt, die alte ist,
I will send a message. We are meeting under flag of truce. Something sacred to us. So, no matter how much he vexes you, keep your gun holstered.
Excuse me. Okay. That's interesting, no?
The outsider, Franklin.
Amon Arenas, Genghis. I had hoped we would not be meeting like this after so short a respite from war.
You drove us here, Franklin. Did you think we would let the outsider just hand the pragmatist victory? Stranger, if you do not change your course, there will be none of the pragmatists alive to help. You think your honeyed words will sway her?
The facility and its test and mission are flawed, broken. We all know it. And if you are allowed to author that test, then you control us all.
So the answer is we are all imprisoned here? You leave us no choice but to join the renegades and end your society.
20 years.
What?
We have to stand on our own 2 feet to earn a chance at freedom. So let the outsider reprogram the facility, and for 20 years we work together to make Crucible truly ours. And after, we institute a test, which we both author with mutual veto power, and any who pass may leave.
Do not let the politician cloud your head with pretty words.
You think I would accept this? The gods send prophets and portents of every form. You will not deny me a chance to make the world a better place. There is nothing more to say.
Then we will meet on the field of battle. The heavens will judge who is worthy.
I wish it had not come to this, Franklin.
So be it. The Believer's compound is fortified, but we cannot hold out against Genghis and Amon Arenas for long. You have to take them both out quickly, or we will fall. Genghis is formidable. I know I am sending you into harm's way. Please be careful.
Can't take more than that!
Wer ist die eigentlich?
I'll be okay. I cannot wait.
Careful not to point that thing at me.
Dann zeigt das hin zu ihr. Wir haben gar nichts damit zu tun. Glaube ich eigentlich nicht. Frage ich mich. So muss das jetzt hier enden, ja? Weil ihr alle zu dämlich seid. Wilde. Müssen kommen die nicht wieder zurück.
Please, deadly trouble is brewing. Deal with it, and we can converse at length.
Was sie so?
It is over. Why does it always come down to force? I hope your settled systems has truly learned from the past. Clearly, we have not. To be a leader, a true leader, you must make terrible choices, and then live with them. If it is any consolation, they gave us no choice. Please, go to the facility and make it so that it will obey my instructions, so we can finally grow as a people.
Jetzt gehen wir hin. Wo ist denn jetzt?
Alter.
My sensors report a hot
Moment, warte mal. Warum kann ich nicht auf einmal allein? Hey! Das ist doch Buggy, Junge. Ich bin so lang. Hallo. Was passiert hier? Was war das denn? Der Server wird falsch gelaufen. Warum sind die auf einmal alle hostile geworden? Wir laden nochmal das. Da ist irgendwas falsch gelaufen. Ziemlich falsch.
The outside.
I'm on arena.
You drove straight. You want peace?
This is not...
This is... If you let us leave Cruz...
Under no sir.
So, to deny...
Your names, if there was... I know Crucible is a small town, really, but over the decades, he has caused such misery and destruction, even here. I just cannot take a chance with something so large at stake. Genghis, I will never let you, or the others, leave this planet. But perhaps your children, they would be blameless, marry someone, build a life.
You cannot bargain with the point of a sword. Either pledge to let us go now, or there will be battle. I do not fear it.
We are at an impasse. I am sorry. I tried. Perhaps you are right. Amonarinus, the facility, and if...
So the answer... You leave us not...
20 years.
What?
We have to... So, and
do not let them...
You think... We have been going in circles for so long.
We could kill them. Kill them all. And then we could dictate any terms we like.
I only lead my people to battle when I must. Do you promise, Mr. Roosevelt, a fair test? One that we can pass in our lifetime?
I will not make it easy, but it will be, as you say, fair.
No! Arenas, this is a trick!
Roosevelt has done many things that infuriate me. But his honor, I have never had to question. The believers will not fight. Let the gods decide which of you is right. I think you have the makings of a fine ruler yourself.
You will regret this, Arenas. Mightily. Then we will meet on the field of...
So be it. We have fought. He is the... In his let us deal.
Das ist alles wild hier.
Come on!
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Ich muss auf jeden Fall nicht so viele Leute töten. Also die einen, die ist zwar besessen davon, dass sie die Königin ist, aber zumindest... Nicht ganz so besessen. Mit die ist aber nicht umsonst Renegades. So wenn ich jetzt wieder von allen eingegriffen werde, ja.
It is over. Why does it always come down to force? I hope you're settled. It was a grim duty you embarked upon, but the price as please.
Blood runs in the streets again. I had hoped, however naively, that we were past that. I do not hold you responsible, but your arrival was certainly a lethal catalyst. May I help you? I believe your intentions are pure, but the stakes are ever so high. Perhaps I...
Ja, das ist halt so, ne?
So your mission to the Beagle was a success? Let me see. It is... done.
Ist eigentlich immer so ein Black Screen da.
There is a standard cipher used by the facility. It took me many years and, well, lifetimes to overcome. And now, the mysteries of the facility await you. I pray you choose what befalls us wisely.
It's good to be back in our own ship.
Generell, ja. Wir können theoretisch auch immer starten und landen, aber das weiß ich nicht. Disgusting creatures. Oh ja, wir haben einen Geheimeingang. Einen geheimen Eingang haben wir. Also. Nee, das geht. Fragen wir, ob wir jetzt hier auch noch rumfuschen können, ob wir sagen können, jo. Perimeterkontrolle ist aufgehoben, jeder kann gehen. Aber, ja. Also Emilia, die will ich schon rekrutieren. Ich glaube, die ist hilfreich. Let's see what lies beyond. This.
Catastrophic damage.
Oh ja. Ich würde jetzt gucken, ob er vielleicht friedlich ist, aber nö. Ich wollte übrigens 19 Uhr schon aufhören, aber die Quest wollte ich gerne zu Ende machen. Old Earth Assault Rifle. Also wahrscheinlich so eine Chef-Kalaschnikow. Hätte man nicht wenigstens M4 oder so noch mit reinnehmen können? Money down. Look no further. Ich wusste einfach mal, dass das richtig ist. Okay.
How quickly can you get that done?
Oh. It's already done. Falls es hilft. Hätte ich mich reinlunke. Haben wir noch irgend so ein Movement Noise da, Phosphor. Schneller und noch sneakier, Junge. Jetzt geht's los. Das ist natürlich nicht gegen Witcher, weil wir ja trotzdem sehen werden. Okay. Ich habe Fragen, wo kam er überhaupt her?
Mind yourself on the way down. There may be nautical supplies at the bottom, just in case, but better to not need them.
Issue infection. muss ich mal ein bisschen dashen. Nein, er kommt jetzt nicht mehr. Alter. Warum ist er denn so doof? Ja, das hilft auf jeden Fall. Deswegen nehme ich auch bei Fallout zum Beispiel quasi nie Begleiter mit. Du bist einfach alleine sneaky.
It's not the best you can do. You can't hope to win.
Dann verfließt sich doch.
You're not walking out of here.
Könnte sie auch einfach hinhocken, weil sie ja den Chamäleon-Dings hat.
Winner takes all these victories, is it not?
Und jetzt bin ich wieder komplett Danger, weil die mich da gesehen haben.
You cannot beat me.
Dumme.
Ah, gonna take more than that.
Jetzt sind jetzt voll Remote Robot Control, die brauchen wir jetzt nicht mehr. Genauso wie die Turret Control. Was deswegen nehme ich lieber keine Begleiter mit. Dann kannst du nämlich schön sneaky alles machen. Ich habe die auch nur mit, weil damit ich deren Quests freischalte. Baguette. Den noch, ja. Ja, man hätte sie wahrscheinlich hier so hochsneaken können über das Förderband und dann hier die Turrets umprogrammieren können. Oder ja, ein Drehjar schon direkt, nachdem wir den ersten Schuss hier vorher hatten, gespottet wurde. war das nicht so möglich. Wie ich mir das vorgestellt habe. Würde mich ja nicht wundern, wenn es hier zu einer Verbrennungsanlage geht oder so. Alter. Ich weiß nicht, ob sie dich sehen können. Also zumindest versuchen es. Aber jetzt sehen sie dich. Alles klar. Warum sind die überhaupt hostile? Wir haben den ja jetzt per se nichts getan.
Take your best shot. Can't take much more.
Einfach Camino, Junge. Gut, wie kann ich denn jetzt hier schon wieder? Oh ja, die dreckigen Jungen verrückt, ne? Ich glaube, es sind auch noch die Turrets, die aktiv sind.
Give up already.
Ja, ich weiß, Environmental. So schlecht sind wir doch gar nicht getan. Normalerweise. Oh, da liegt ein Kuckuck um die Ecke.
Take what you must. Leave the rest for the scavengers.
Okay, funktioniert das hier nicht mit dem. Stuff.
I cannot wait to kill.
Das ist insane, Junge. Die haben Spaß. Hey, wo ist er denn jetzt? Hä? Hier sind wir noch. Ja, brennen halt ab. Das ist so schön hochgesneakt, Junge. Und jetzt geht er aber an mir vorbei runter. Launch Point Mars. Dr. Xiang's computer. Automated emergency restore. Failed completely repairs. VR incident note 2. Notice and damage received a power surge raising all work documentation has been completed. Goodbye EG. Really complete, missing it. Okay. Wieso ist das alles so kaputt? Elmar, wer ist Elmar? Das ist alles ein bisschen kaputt. Hello Mission. Ich würde es gerne lesen. Du bist Stealth, denk dran, Stealth. Liquid cooled refined mercenary space helmet. Ah ja. So, was ist das hier? Facility Key, den nehmen wir schon mal. Erstmal den Data. Emergency Info. Let's go. Error Code 01. Code and Facility Degradation reaching critical limits. 87 Core Routines fragmented. Ultimate. Reboot. Alles klar, let's go. Initial Full Project Cleans. Oh Gott. Also wir können alles erasen. Current Mission. Restore current mission parameters. In this case, of memory corruption and the hardware range option reboot the entire thing and then try to resume functionality. You spend a great deal to effort makes. Okay. Nee. Klar. Die haben die ganze Zeit gesagt, die ist die beste Hope. Also, let's go with her. Warum nicht? Die haben mir zwar nicht direkt geholfen, but I trust in den Namen, den ich nicht aussprechen kann. Die ist mir sympathisch, weil ich sie nicht übersetzen kann. Ja. Biderium, Synapse Alpha. Hier noch ein bisschen Stuff. Hier ist auf jeden Fall auch irgendwas falsch gelaufen, würde ich sagen. Ja, Harvested Organs. Natürlich, let's take some organs. Und auf jeden Fall los. Wenn du siehst diesen Kiel auf dem Tisch nicht liegen. Also ich meine, du bist sowieso Lust, aber das sieht nicht mehr aus.
So. Facility. Back to the Crucible. Ist Crucible nicht Kreuzzug? Das Wort kommt mir auf jeden Fall bekannt vor. Ja, Negotiation hat mir ja nichts geholfen, weil wir nicht schnell negotiieren konnten. Weil die einfach alle ihren eigenen Willen haben. Und die können ja auch gar nicht nach vorne schießen. Also die können nach vorne schießen, aber die Laser können nicht nach vorne schießen, weil die ja genau hinter der anderen Batterie sind. Also war das ja gedacht, wenn Schiffe an mir vorbeifliegen und so, dass die dann halt auch auf den Sack kriegen.
We still haven't recovered from the last.
You have handed me the keys to the kingdom. I promise, I will work tirelessly to see the mission realized. Know that you are always welcome here. May the sun always be at your back.
If you distrust everyone, they will inevitably...
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity. You've taken the Crucible by storm, haven't you? So, I begged Amanda Renas to let me get out of here. She gave the okay. It's her call now that she's in charge. What do you say? Will you bring me with you?
Jeden Fall.
Golly, thanks. You have no idea what this means to me.
I
swear
2.
you won't regret it.
Feierig. Ehrlich gesagt ein bisschen. Mit Piloting 2 und Rifle Certification. Das ist halt generell auch nicht schlecht. Ja. It's assigned. Ist ja mal auch Piloting. Ah, wir müssen
I just need to say a couple farewells, and then I'll hit the road. See you out there.
Eigentlich eben noch Tag, Junge.
I would kill for a new slate.
Someone or something will clean up whatever is left behind.
You're the... A pleasure talking with you.
Wenn man jetzt die Sicht von AJ Jones kennt, dann können wir den vielleicht sogar erkennen am Anfang direkt. Das ist ja ein sympathisches Wetter hier.
Captain Connor, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Wir haben ein neues Mitglied. Ich weiß nur nicht, ob die hier ankommen wird. Ah, bestimmt. Die wird sich bestimmt hier wohlfühlen. Na guck mal, der ist ja schon. Magic. Ist jetzt nicht super gut in den Stats so, aber ich finde das schon ganz gut. Ich finde das schon okay. Ich finde das cool, wenn du die hier noch nach Station zuweisen könntest oder so. Station. Miliard, bitte. Na, da kann kein Beispiel. Home Stations, weiß ich.
Die wollte ich hier eigentlich Single Fire stellen. Jetzt haben wir Titan, weil Single Fire macht hier halt guten Damage und alles. Klar, ist Full Auto nicht schlecht, aber ich weiß nicht. Ich habe hier leider kein halt Damage per Minute, weil du machst die per Schuss 82 und wir 19. Ich stelle auf Single Fire.
Stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
Ja, geht eigentlich. Könnt ihr noch overclocken? Ich glaube, hier konnte ich noch was machen. Ja. Und dann eine Large Battery, dann hätte man 30. Flash Beams sind halt nicht schlecht. Stealth kannst du noch drauf machen. Da ist immer unsere Schwachstelle. Meistens. Let's go. Infinity and beyond. Ist das jetzt schon... Okay, nur weil wir sie jetzt dabei haben, können wir jetzt schon direkt schneller fliegen. Das ist ja insane. Nur dadurch, dass sie den Fliegen-Skill quasi hat, gibt uns das schon mehr Topspeed. Das finde ich aber nice. Also muss sie gar nicht den vollen Skill haben, quasi. Was mich ein bisschen nervt, ist, dass du nicht sagen kannst, ja, hier, ich habe jetzt halt Orima. Da waren die doch eh schon, oder?
At least scans say that's your ship ID. Cool. Can I help you out with anything? Not quite sure yet. We've got a few possibilities for habitable planets to check out. We've just gotta pick one and go. Oh, yeah, they're great. Thanks again for securing them for us. I've been playing around with the new communication systems ever since we got them. And while I've been itching to kick off that grav drive, I've been told it's probably not a great idea until we figured out where we're going.
Wahnsinn.
Between you and me, a little. Captain's been a little indecisive. Nothing seems like it's gonna be good enough for her. But I'm remaining fairly optimistic. We'll find something sooner or later. Just hoping it's more on the sooner side. Oh, guess that's our cue to get ourselves together and vamos. I guess we'll see you if we see you out there. Bye.
Darsteller. Hör mal auf. Bis 19 Uhr wollte ich machen, jetzt ist es 20 Uhr.
Be taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Ja. Ich würde sagen, wir machen hier quick. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen und sage, ja, bis morgen, maybe, I don't know. Ciao mit V.